Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage nestled between rolling hills and whispering trees, lived a girl named Emma. Emma was a dreamer.
A whimsical sort with a wild imagination and a heart full of wonder. Her days were filled with make-believe, and her nights with sweet dreams. Amongst all of Emma's treasured possessions was her teddy bear, Milo. Milo was no ordinary teddy. He had soft brown fur, a tiny red bow around his neck, and button eyes that sparkled with mischief and kindness. He was Emma's confidant, a partner in crime, and the silent witness to all her childhood adventures. Every night before bed, Emma would hug Milo tight and whisper her secrets into his furry ear. "I wish I could have adventures," she often sighed dreamily, gazing at the star-studded sky. "Oh, to explore the world beyond our hills, to see magical lands and meet fantastical creatures. If only my dreams could come true!" Little did Emma know that her dreams were about to become reality. But let's take a closer look at Milo. For despite being a seemingly ordinary teddy bear, Milo harbored a magical secret. You see, when the clock chimed midnight and the moon climbed high in the sky, Milo's button eyes would twinkle with life. His little paws would wiggle, his ears would perk up, and he would speak in a hushed, gentle voice. "Emma, wake up! It's time for an adventure!" Now, Emma never heard these midnight calls, or, if she did, she simply brushed them off as figments of her imagination. You see, Emma was fast asleep, wrapped in her dreams, and none of Milo's whispers could penetrate the fortress of slumber. One night, however, something extraordinary happened. The moon hung heavy in the velvet sky, casting silvery beams that danced on Emma's bedroom floor. The clock chimed midnight, and Milo, unable to contain his excitement any longer, leaped from Emma's bed and began pacing. "Come on, Emma! Wake up!" he urged, his button eyes gleaming with anticipation. "Tonight's the night for an adventure. We're going to visit Dreamland, where your dreams will come true." Just then, a shooting star streaked across the sky, leaving a shimmering trail of stardust in its wake. Milo caught the falling star in his paw, and as it melted away, a single sprinkle of magic landed on Emma's forehead. Startled by the sudden sensation, Emma opened her eyes. "What's happening?" she mumbled, sitting up in bed. As her eyes adjusted to the darkness, she noticed Milo standing beside her, his usually black-buttoned eyes sparkling with an otherworldly glow. "Milo, did you just talk?" Emma whispered, her voice trembling with a mix of fear and wonder. Milo giggled, his stitched smile growing wider. "Of course, but only at night, when the stars are watching. Come on, hold my paw." Emma hesitated for a moment, torn between the familiar comfort of her bed and the beckoning call of adventure. Then, taking a deep breath, she slid out of bed and placed her tiny hand in Milo's paw. The moment their hands met, Emma's room shimmered like starlight sprinkled over everything.
The walls melted away into a glowing silver staircase that stretched high into the sky,
winding its way through the clouds and past the moon. "Where does it lead?" Emma whispered, her eyes wide with awe and a touch of trepidation. "To Dreamland," Milo said proudly, trotting up the first step. With Milo leading the way, Emma began to climb. As they ascended higher and higher, the air grew cooler and the scent of wildflowers filled her lungs. When she finally reached the top, she gasped. Before her lay a sky full of wonders. Moonbeams turned into shiny slides, and Emma and Milo whooshed down, laughing as their hair and fur blew wildly behind them. The slide landed them softly on a field of fluffy white clouds, and as they stood there catching their breath, Emma spotted ponies made of pure moonlight. "Oh, how beautiful," she breathed. "Can we ride them?" she asked, turning to Milo, who nodded his furry head in agreement. Emma mounted her pony, and as she rode, she felt a sense of freedom and joy unlike anything she had ever experienced before.
They raced across the sky, the wind singing in Emma's ears as she threw her arms out like wings.
Soon the ponies came to a stop before a magnificent sight.
A castle of spun sugar and candied dreams beckoned in the distance.
Its towers sparkled with icing and gumdrop jewels, and the drawbridge was made of pure chocolate.
"We're here," Milo announced, his voice filled with wonder. "Welcome to the castle of make-believe. Overcome with excitement." Emma and Milo dismounted their ponies and approached the castle together. Hand in paw, they crossed the chocolate drawbridge, marveled at the sugar plum trees, and stepped inside. Inside, everything was made of Emma's favorite things: books, castles, tea parties, rainbows, and most importantly, adventure.
The library contained stories that had never been written,
Where she could read about heroic teddy bears and brave young girls who went on epic quests.
In the ballroom, she twirled and danced with the sugar plum fairy, laughing as sweet dreams rained down from the sparkling
Outside, she and Milo flew on the backs of giant
friendly bumblebees soaring above fields of candy floss and rivers of lemonade.
Throughout their adventure, Emma sipped on fizzy drinks that tasted like cotton candy and ate snacks that made her feel as light as air. She laughed, she played, she explored, and all the while
She could unhelp but feel a sense of gratitude for her teddy bear, who had shown her that dreams really could come true. Yet as the hours passed and the sky began to lighten with the approaching dawn, Emma knew it was time to return home. Hand in paw with Milo, she walked back down the silver staircase.
As Emma's head touched her pillow, Milo snuggled back into her arms.
Looking just like an ordinary teddy bear once more, his button eyes closed, but a tiny sparkle still glimmered in each one, as if keeping a secret. When Emma woke in the morning, Milo was exactly where he had always been, sitting quietly on her bed with his stitched smile.
Emma, no.
She pressed her cheek against him and whispered, "Thank you, Milo. I can't wait for tonight." And though Milo didn't answer,
Emma was sure she saw his button eyes twinkle just a little.
from that day forward, every night when the moon climbed high and the stars twinkled above, Emma and Milo would embark on magical adventures to Dreamland, where Emma's wildest dreams came to life.
Together, they explored uncharted territories of imagination, proving that friendship and dreams were the most powerful magic of all.
And so, dear listener, remember that the realm of dreams is always open to those who dare to believe.
And the greatest adventures are the ones shared with friends, whether they be real or stuffed, for it's in the land of dreams that imagination knows